Are y'all here? Can y'all hear me? Give me some purple hearts in the chat if you guys can hear me because we are about to get started right now.
Big time, number 9. Diamonds in my teeth, I got a lot of shine. Running up the number, that's a lot of crime. Try to take it from me, must be out your mind. Big time, lot of sun. Smoky in the air, that's a lot of pine. Pockets running over with the dollar sign. Try to take it from me. Yeah. Big time, big time, big time, big time.
Basically, I'm just buying time to allow some of y'all to get up in here because I don't see enough people waiting for this live to start. So we just gonna sit right here and we just gonna wait for a couple more girls to come up in here.
Big time, number 9. Diamonds in my teeth, I got a lot of shine. Running up the numbers, that's a lot of grind. Try and take it from me, must be out your mind.
It's JustinDiego back with another binge-worthy video. And I am so happy that you guys decided to join me tonight for this live video. And I hope y'all are ready because we have got so much to talk about. Now, before we get started sipping this tea, go ahead and like this video, click that subscribe button, and you already know you want to hit that bell button so you officially join me and my binge watchers and are first to get updates about binge-worthy videos like this. Hello, 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 everybody. I am so happy to be here for part 3 of the reunion recap. You know, I came on for part 1 and y'all demanded me come back every episode. So I'm here. I just wanted to keep my end of the bargain, but I do kind of have a confession to make. I ran out of time. I didn't get to finish watching part 3. So tonight we will definitely have to be calling in. I need y'all to call in, talk to me about part 3 because I made it up until they got to where they're talking about the prophet, and then I fell asleep, you know, so it's going to be an interesting conversation, but I didn't want to just leave y'all hanging. So I'm still here. I still want to talk to y'all about this whole reunion. And if that's okay with y'all, you know, I'll go ahead and move forward. So if y'all want me to move forward with this live, even though I fell asleep on part 3, definitely let me know in the comments right now with some purple hearts or comment and tell me what you think I should do. Lex says, I'm not even going to front. I have not seen the reunion episodes, just clips. I don't have Bravo, so I'm here to watch. Okay. So it's not just me. Not today. Satan said, yes, let's go. Val is over there laughing. She Mormon says, you didn't miss anything. We got Team Twirl in the house. A lot of y'all saying I didn't miss nothing. Stephanie said, I made the best decision. Sleep is important. Sherry says, not prepared. That's correct. I'm not prepared, you know, but I'm being transparent, you know. But most important for me is to be able to come talk to y'all. So that's all that I really care about now. Don't crucify me. Tori said, you did not miss nothing. Boring, same as part 2. Miss Nina Bug says she didn't see any of it. Okay. Princess AGTV says haven't seen any of the Real Housewives of Atlanta, so don't feel bad. Okay, so y'all forgive me. Hey, cousin Sinitra. Okay, it sounds like y'all forgive me. So we're just gonna talk about what I did see, and we're gonna take some calls and just key about the reunion. Well, what I did see is I did see kind of Kandi a little bit in the hot seat because of her involvement with the dungeon stuff, which I thought was really interesting. Um, I have to respect Kenny a little bit because she didn't fall for it. They were trying to get her to throw Porsha under the bus, and she just kind of refused to. I think Porsha also held her own, um, even though it would have been nice to see her finally come clean. And yeah, that's pretty much how I feel. So I'm gonna go ahead and start taking calls, and we can kind of to go. We can kind of walk through it together. Thank you, Miss Nina Buck. She says that she forgives me. Uh, Hello, Miss. How are you?
Hi.
Hi. How did you like part three of the reunion?
I'm gonna be so honest. I did not watch it in full. I only saw the clips mainly that were like the important clips of the reunion.
Okay, so we're in the same boat.
Yep.
So which clips did you find the most interesting?
What I found interesting is that Kenya and Marlo really tried to comfort Kandi in a sense because they were the two ones mainly coming at Porsha and they wanted to involve Kandi. And it got to the point where they were bringing back the rumor from 4 years ago. And I was just like, really we're really bringing this back after everything is passed, after Kenya and not Kenya, after Porsha and Kandi made amends, after we've had this whole bachelorette party and dungeon theme. You're bringing this back just to what, to expose Porsha for possibly sleeping with Bolo.
Right. It's interesting because on one hand, I agree that it was weird for them to bring it back up, but on the other hand, they kind of had to because Marlo was right. It is the whole reason why there is even a whole dungeon, theme, bachelorette party or reunion to begin with. So it did make sense that they needed to talk about it in some capacity, but it was kind of weird the way Kandi brought it up in her example because it really felt like she kind of was still feeling some kind of way, even though she claimed she wasn't, right?
It really does. And when you look back at it, it was a horrible rumor that could have ruined lives. And Kandi, she says that she made her peace. She's forgiven Porsha, but she hasn't forgotten about it. And she has profited off of the situation. If she was really feeling away, she would have left the show because when you look at it, basically Carlos King, the person that was allegedly behind it, he was fired, Phaedra was fired. And I feel like that was the network basically having to make a choice. Either they lose Kandi or they lose these two people. Because I don't know if it was like verified, but I heard that Kandi was threatening to sue for defamation because of the whole situation. So I think the network just made a choice.
Yeah, I understand. Yeah, I wish, things have been different because I feel like we really need Carlos right now to save Housewives.
Oh, we
Uh,
do. Like, I'm to the point where I'm actually team bring back Phaedra. I haven't been in years, but after the season they delivered, they have to bring her back to some
yeah.
capacity.
Yeah, because it's like we don't necessarily want Kandi to, be in harm's way or isn't we're not saying that what Phaedra did wasn't horrible, but at the same time, we can't sit here and let the show flop. That's a card that we need to play. And it's been what, 4 years?
Exactly. Yeah, it's been 4 years, technically five if you want to go on like production schedule wise. And and I know the ladies probably realize that at some point because they do look at social media. Atlanta is becoming the OC in a sense, is because the ratings are gone down. People are complaining about the show. It's just having a slow start to a lackluster finale. Like when you look at Bravo and how they put that async teaser of Potomac right after the finale, and people were more excited about that little teaser instead of the actual show and the episode, that says a lot. That shows that the network sees it too.
Yeah, I remember I made a video like 2 years ago, and I was saying like, is Real Housewives of Potomac gonna replace Atlanta? And the girls were so mad at me, but I just saw it. I saw it then because it's just like the end of the day, um, Atlanta Housewives was declining before people was even admitting it. Now I think that people can't even hide it anymore. It's just so clear. But I'm not saying that
Exactly.
they don't necessarily have what it takes to like completely replace Atlanta, but they are on an upward incline and not a decline, from my opinion.
Oh,
While Atlanta is on
exactly.
a decline.
Yeah, exactly. Potomac is making their way. Like outside of the fight between Candace and Monique, they had other stuff that they had going on within the cast. With Atlanta this season, the whole who slept with Bolo storyline became everyone's storyline. The only other thing we had to talk about was the prophet, and that was the last two episodes. And that was basically falling flat.
Yeah, and I refuse to talk about that stupid shit. That was so boring to me. It's like, okay, come on now. But
Exactly. And that whole thing made me like kind of disappointed because I was rooting for Drew this season and her using her religion to try to take down Latoya. I was just like, see, this is why we don't go to church as much no more because of people like this. That's the honest
right.
truth.
Yeah, because it's just like, I don't know. I just feel like people pick and choose when they want to use the Bible as a weapon or like
Mhm.
religion as a weapon. And it's just like, if it's so inappropriate, leave it off in a show that's meant for entertainment.
Exactly. And people pointed out how Drew was really coming at, you know, this supposed prophet in part 3. And I'm just like, where is this energy the last two episodes? Because she basically villainized Latoya for basically, well, to summarize, ruining her reputation in the church. But she made it as like, oh, you're ruining my baby's christening. I'm like, Drew, really? And
Right.
then the boombox recording at the Christmas party. Where did you get a boombox in 2020, ma'am?
You know more than I do because I definitely didn't watch that.
I just got that from the clips.
Right. Well, thanks for calling, Simone. And thanks for sharing your thoughts on the part 3 clips and making me feel comfortable for not finishing watching the whole
Oh,
episode.
no problem. It's fine.
All right. I'll see you in the chat.
All right. Bye.
Bye. Okay, we got some more calls in here. So I pasted the link in the chat, guys, and it's pinned all the way to the top and highlighted in blue. If you want to join the conversation tonight, definitely feel free to click that link and you can call in from any browser, whether you're on your phone, your computers, Boost Mobile, Verizon, whatever, and you can join the stream and join this conversation. Hello? Hello, caller, can you hear me? Can't hear you. Hello.
Hi.
Hi, how are you?
I am doing so good right now. Well, I'm a little sick, but that's not going to stop me from saying what I need to say.
I know that's right. Did you watch part 3 of the reunion?
I did not. I watched clips as well. And then also I watched Kandi speak on it, and I basically got everything that was talked about.
Okay.
So a couple of things I wanted to discuss. So this season was a flop. I must say that. And then also, like the whole season, they highlighted Bolo, 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 Bolo. If it wasn't for Bolo, this show probably wouldn't have been a show, to tell you the truth. And then on top of that, if you look at the timing of when they, the episode of Bolo, that was like, I think it was either part 2 or part 3 of Real Housewives of Potomac's reunion. And really, they only got views because of what was happening in the reunion. A lot of people was excited to see that reunion. So, and pretty much when that season wrapped, the ratings of RHOA was pretty much nothing. So, I mean,
not you, Dragon House.
Yes, but listen, I'm just telling the truth. Just like what Michelle was saying, like, you know, they need to just bring Nene back. They need to bring Phaedra back. You know, at this point,
Something.
I'll even take Kim back, you know. Um, come on, bring Wig back. We need her back.
Right. Mayday, Mayday, Mayday. This is not a drill.
Yes. But you know, this uh-oh. This last reunion was pretty much like, you know, really it didn't even need a part three. I think they only did part three because they're so used to doing part threes and they just scrapped up the last little bit of recording they had and just put that part three and put that together, which was a
Yeah,
mess.
yeah, they tried their best to like save, I guess, what they thought we cared about, which was the Bolo conversations for part three. But
Right.
that could have been in part one or two, and that could have been that.
Exactly. You know, and then I heard like, you know, they're getting ready to start taping for the next season, but seriously, they need to take like a year off because they have been working these girls this season like back to back every year. And you know, like other seasons like New York, you know, they had like a little bit of a hiatus and you know, other things like that. I think RHOA really needs to just sit back, regroup and really figure it out before the ship has sailed. Well, not the ship sailing, but the ship sinking. Okay, at
Th-
this point.
They're just so used to cracking that whip and like really using Atlanta to like really carry the network. And I think
Yeah,
that it was cute at first until they stopped listening to what we really want. And now it's
right.
like they steady cracking the whip and our girls are tired. And it's like you said, I said the quarantine, the panorama was the perfect opportunity for them to kind of take a break, and they should have. But
I
you know,
definitely agree. I
so yeah,
definitely agree.
I agree with you. Either they need to take a break or they need to bring Phaedra back and like really get into that situation. I would say
Yeah,
Nene, but I feel
yeah,
like
I
if
don't think
Nene,
I'm a, not for
if
now. Maybe,
right,
maybe another season after this. But I think Nene is probably in a good place. She like, you know what? I'm gonna let them suffer. I think she want them to suffer so they can really see what she brought to the show.
right. Because the thing with the whole Nene thing is, I don't want people to think I don't, think Nene's good for the show. I think Nene's always good for the show. But have you ever had a friend who like broke up with a boyfriend or whatever, and it's like you liked them together? It would be awkward to be like, "Girl, get back with them." Like if she says she was
Right.
mistreated, if she says that they didn't listen to her and they made her feel some kind of way, or they were racist to her, like I can't be the one to be like, "Oh, girl, come back." So it's just like whenever she's ready to come back, I'll start seeing Nene come back. But
Mm.
from my understanding, she wants no part. So that's the only reason why I would say bring Phaedra back and not Nene.
Yeah. Oh, well, did you catch the blast from the past when Phaedra did her little interview with
I
Kandi?
did, and I'm planning on like putting a video out about like my predictions for next season. Um,
Hmm.
and to me, that gave me so much hope for a Phaedra comeback because until
Hmm.
then, Bravo has really never messed with her since. So to me, at least she's back in their good graces enough where they will even give her a space on their network in any capacity. So that's cool.
Yeah, because I think for a while, I think for real, deep down inside, Phaedra never did want to leave, but because of the situation, she really didn't have a choice. But and then ever since then, she tried to put on this act. You know how Phaedra is. She'll put on this act like, "Oh, I'm good. I'm over here. I have several jobs, honey." Like, you know, she's trying to act like she good, but at the end of the day, Real Housewives of Atlanta did help her. It
Right.
made her a household name. So all these jobs and stuff that you dabbled into, you're smart
Child, she
enough
didn't
to.
even have no jobs when she was on the show.
She did. You
But we
right,
stand, but we stand, we stand.
but that's why we love Phaedra because we know that she lying. We know Phaedra be
All
lying.
right. At least
But
we
that's
know with Drew, she be all over the place. Like at least tell a good lie.
Yeah, I think, even though this was her first season, I don't think she was really ready to be a housewife. They should have made her a friend as well. I'm sorry. I think they should have made her a friend as well. The only thing that I can say that stamped her as a housewife is her goddamn husband, because he fine as hell.
Amen to that. Yeah, I think he definitely helped, even though we didn't get to see as much of him. But I think it does say something that he was the only husband at the reunion, unless they brought more husbands on the part 3 that I didn't watch.
Yeah, no, they didn't. And that was pretty weird too. Like, out of all the husbands, because Kandi got a husband, Cynthia had a husband, but they didn't want no parts of the show.
Well, is it that, or did Bravo just feel like there was no need? And if we look at the season, there was no need for a tie at the reunion. There was the only other husband that would have made sense would have been Mark, but he didn't respond to the invitation.
Oh, so okay, this is my last thing because I'm gonna go. I know other people want to talk. Okay, so I saw something earlier about Mark spending time with Kenya for Mother's Day. Do you think that is stirring up a storyline for next season?
We love a social media scandal moment. We love a storyline queen.
Yes. I'm like, look, if they get back together, I really hope that they do, and if they can work her out, because I'm like, she's an Aquarius, I think he's a Leo. They're very compatible, so I don't know what they got going on. Maybe he's still trying to fool with his side chicks or something like that, probably. But I think he loved Kenya.
You think so?
I think he does, because I had to do some digging, and I watched some videos of, when they were newlyweds, and I was just scoping all his moves, how he was when he was around her. I found genuine happiness when he was with her from the video I saw. But the thing is, I think with Kenya, what he likes about Kenya is that Kenya doesn't back down, and Kenya is funny. And I think that was something that he liked about her. All the other parts, I don't really know, because Kenya different when she around her man. So we don't really know much about that. But that would be, if they did get back together, that would be a really good storyline to see Kenya in a different element.
It would, especially if he was behaving himself and maybe even apologetic. If he was apologetic, got down on one knee again. Oh, and she finally had a ceremony on the show. That would be iconic. But as a Team Twirl president, or at least vice president, I've just been too let down by Mark to where I don't even like to say his name. He did our girl so wrong.
He did. Yeah, I'm gonna have to agree. Did. But there's always room for redemption now. If she can forgive him, I think we should be able to too. But he better treat her right.
I think we lost you. Hello?
But yeah, that's it. That's all I'm gonna say about that.
I can't hear you, but okay. Hello?
Oh.
Can't hear you, but thanks for calling in. That was so fun to talk to you. Let me take the next caller. Hello?
Hey, Justin. How are you?
Maybe it's just me. Hold on.
How are you doing?
Hello? Can you guys hear me?
I can hear you.
Can you guys hear everybody, or
I can hear you?
Oh,
I can hear you.
Me. 1 second.
Okay.
1 second, guys. Let me restart my system, and I'll be right back.
Hey, what up, say? Yeah, now I rep the O. What you know about the West Side? I just bought a whip, all in cash, live my best life. Bought a couple stocks, so I'm covered for the next 5. I don't like the top, but I will if you test my patience. I'm patiently waiting. Think you know me, but you been mistaken. Alone in my crib, I like it vacant. Up in the morning, I'm me in the bacon. Don't like the cap and I don't like the faking. I need a bag and it's mine for the taking. Liquor and women, I'm never chasing. She don't know me, but she know that I'm famous. I got way too much much money coming out of woodwork. Remember back then, dog, I told them that it would work. They ain't take it serious, I showed them that I could first. Now I got a crib off the streams, so that's good. I got way too much money coming out of woodwork. Remember back then, dog, I told them that it would work. They ain't take it serious, I showed them that I could first. Now I got a crib off the streams, so that's good. I got racks, I got the bills, I need my mama up in the hills. All of these dudes, they in the fields. I don't need drink, I don't need pills. I just need money, that's what I'm saying. All of this talking, swear it gets draining. All of this time, I've been refraining. Now I make hits when I cover the bases. Now I got time to go get it. I told them I do it, I swear that I'm running the most. I don't know what they've been talking, I told them I'm here and I'm working so hard, but they don't. I'm in the base and I'm making a way, and I told them that this is the life that I chose. They trying to test me. Hey, what up, say? Yeah, now I rep the O, what you know about the west side. I just bought a whip, all in cash, live my best life. Bought a couple. Hey, what up, say? Yeah, now I rep the O, what you know about the west side. I just bought a whip, all in cash, live my best life. Bought a couple stocks, so I'm covered for the next 5. I don't like the top, but I will if you test my patience. I'm patiently waiting, thinking you know me, but you've been mistaken. Alone in my crib, I like it vacant. Up in the morning, I'm me in the bacon. Don't like the cap and I don't like the faking. I need a bag and it's mine for the taking. Liquor and women, I'm never chasing. She don't know me, but she know that I'm famous. I got way too much money coming out of woodwork. Remember back then, dog, I told them that it would work. They ain't take it serious, I showed them that I could first. Now I got a crib off the streams, so that's good. I got way too much money coming out of woodwork. Remember back then, dog, I told them that it would work. They ain't take it serious, I showed them that I could first. Now I got a crib off the streams, so that's good. I got racks, I got the bills, I need my mama up in the hills. All of these dudes, they in the fields. I don't need drink, I don't need pills. I just need money, that's what I'm saying. All of this talking, swear it gets draining. All of this time, I've been refraining. Now I make hits when I cover the bases. Now I got time to go get.
All right, I'm back. Sorry about that. Hello?
Hello.
Okay, I can hear you now. How are you?
Good. How are you? I am so excited that I caught you live.
Happy
You're my
that.
favorite.
Thank you. I appreciate it.
That show, you didn't miss anything really by falling asleep. I fell asleep on it, woke back up and rewinded it, and I was sorry I woke back up and rewinded it. It was just so boring. And Marlo and them trying to come for Kandi. Kandi is too smart to fall into that trap. The whole season, they can just scrap it. Bring back Phaedra, the White, and Miss Lawrence. And I
Miss
was
Lawrence.
happy. Yes. I love all of them
Miss Lawrence
together.
is on to better things, ain't he?
Yeah, he's acting here and there, but it's nothing steady since the show Fox canceled the show. When
Oh
they
yeah.
canceled Empire, they canceled the show he was on, and that was really a good show. He played that role. He did really good acting.
Right. So
But
how do you
go
feel
ahead.
about the parts of the reunion that you did see, or have you not watched any of them?
I watched the first one and the second one, but it seemed like I was watching the same thing both times. They
Yeah,
didn't really tell nothing, and they did try to bring Tanya up in the third episode, but that
I
they
heard
wasn't
Drew
letting
like
that happen.
I watched probably the first half of part 3, and I just heard
Mhm.
Drew trying so hard to kind of insert herself, and I was just like, Drew, like, why are you trying so hard?
She need to sit all the way down, and I don't mean no harm, but her wigs was bad. They really were. I mean, come on now. You supposed to come from Hollywood and all this and all that. You can do better with your hair.
I was happy that she when Andy asked her like, "Oh, so are you friends with LeBron?" She caught herself and was like, "I was friends with him before he got in the NFL," because it would have been so whack if it came out that she ain't his friend.
I don't think she was friends with no LeBron James. But I did see the story about Kenya spending Mother's Day with Mark. She just zipped in and zipped out. Mark don't want that girl. Only thing he wants is her money. And
Mm,
it's a shame. But
I saw on Instagram she said that he brought her flowers for Mother's Day, or him
well,
in Brooklyn. I was like, oh, that's nice, but I probably wouldn't have shared it on social media.
no, because it makes her look really foolish.
Yeah.
Because everybody knows he's just using her. Um, oh, plus when they bring Phaedra back, Apollo is supposed to be getting his own show, so that will be interesting. But did you see Versus with Kandi and SWV?
I saw clips of that.
Oh, you have to watch it. I must admit,
I saw.
Escape did their thing. They really did. All the girls looked great. Tiny, she was dressed to kill. She really looked good. Her makeup, her hair, everything, her dress was flawless. And all them ladies brought it that night. The crowd was screaming so loud because they only get a certain amount of time to do singing. They had to let them start over and sing the whole song. That's how good they were.
Oh wow.
SWV, sorry, but it really is only one person on that group that can sing, and that's Coco, and she was off. She even went on Instagram later on saying why she was off, but I feel it's always excuse with SWV why they're late, which they were late getting there, and why their shows ain't always that good.
Mm. Well, I'll have to
But
check it out. Thanks for
you have to
calling.
check that out.
Yeah.
Thank you,
Thanks for
and I
calling.
love you, and I'll always watch you.
Thank you so much. I'll see you in the chat.
Thank you.
Bye bye. Hello. Hello.
Hello. Oh, hey, it's
Hey.
me.
How are
Tink
you, Queen?
in the house. I'm good. I'm just here to windmill and be messy, per usual. I had a few things to say. First and foremost, I wanted to say if anybody noticed how hard Andy was going for Porsha. Like he was very like. I mean, I know they're always talking about bias and whatnot, but really, he was very team Porsha the entire reunion. Like he would ask Kenya messy questions like, "Do you want to co-parent with a Porsha and Hot Dog?" And I was like, "Oh wow!" Like he kept trying to,
Wow.
offer defense. And also, like I noticed that Bravo's very selective with their clips they show in terms of flashbacks. Like they
Mhm.
never address the fact that Porsha has like lied and like slut shamed Kenya and so many people, and all of a sudden we care about slut shaming. Really? Really? I'm like, really? I mean, this is the show where they called Kenya Hormore. Really? We
Right.
care about slut shaming this season?
The
I
girls
mean, like,
the girls forget quickly when it comes to what happened to Kenya. It's almost like,
we care
she
about
never gets
slut
any
shaming.
mercy. Yeah.
We care. Don't. And see, this is my thing. And see, this is what bothers me. I'm like, call them all sluts, call no one a slut. You know what I mean? But keep the same energy for everyone. Like, where were the flashbacks of all the times Porsha called Kenya a slut from the 90s? Or, where's the one-eyed African? Or said that she slept her way through Hollywood. Where are all those flashbacks, Andy? And then at the end, when Porsha, Miss Black Lives Matter, pulled a Karen on. You didn't see this part probably. She pulled a Karen on Marlo and said she was scared of her.
Ooh,
Just
wow.
like, where are the flashbacks of all the times Porsha has assaulted people on this show? So she's falling into this trope that like, Black women are aggressive and violent, and like she's perpetuating it. But this is your Black Lives Matter queen, really? Make it make sense. Make it make sense. Also, I want to talk about the fact that Porsha has never apologized for putting her hands on Kenya. The same way the police never apologize for the way they assault certain Black people. So if she grew so much, how come she couldn't apologize, right? At the minimum, right? I also want to talk about the fact that Porsha and her sister both wore those little Native American outfits, and we never got any apology from that, Bravo, the way they even fast forwarded on that, Andy wanted to move on from the topic real quick.
Yeah, because they asked him to apologize as well, and he never did.
See, then see that this is the tomfoolery I don't like as a member of Team Twirl. Okay, you want to hold Kenya accountable. Keep the same energy for everyone. Okay, so we saw that Drew got called out, and she did issue an apology reluctantly on page 6 because she couldn't keep lying about her little Halloween costume. Yes, she did, talking about she's Native American, but she had a bindi, which is that red dot. That come on now.
That's not Native American.
she lies, but she doesn't lie well. And not only that, like that wasn't, she had several different pictures, and in one of the pictures she was in, her sister was clearly in a costume, and it wasn't no Native American costume. So anyway, at least she reluctantly apologized, but why didn't they, your evolved queen Porsha apologize? Since she's so, she's grown so much, it shouldn't be anything to say sorry, right? Especially when you're wrong, and you were wrong, right? Because we care about cultural appropriation, right? We don't just care about putting Kenya on, on blast, which is what I really think they care about. And so I wanted to talk about that. And my last little bit of messiness is the fact that, yes, Kenya and Mark are together for Mother's Day, and that hurt my heart. It hurts me to see. I don't know that I have like high hope in him, but when I say I don't know, I mean I don't.
It's almost like I'd rather it just be over. Like I've sat around just being hopeful and like having secondhand embarrassment. Now it's like, just never mind, girl, and whatever he do, just keep it offline, because we can't protect you no more.
I hate to concede the point, but what can we say? Right. Our defenses are down. If he's going to be on camera, he just needs to act right for the sake of, like, and this is my thing, just do it for Brooklyn.
Right.
Like, please give us a non-shameful season, please.
Right. Because it's like we've just been so embarrassed over and over and over again. And just when we feel like, okay, like, we finally over the embarrassment, here we go again.
And I don't know why he does it, because I feel like at this point he should know that he's getting dragged, but he's making himself and his family look bad. Do you got what I'm saying?
Right.
So I'm like, if you don't want to be a storyline on the show, the best thing you could do is act right, so they could stop talking about you. But
or just be boring. Be boring. Hey, honey, I'm home. I'm asleep. Something. But you can't be following divorce papers and stuff.
And releasing statements, okay? So I'm still a little bitter there. By little, I mean lots. And I wanted to talk about the fact, because, I'm messy, that Fallon and Fallon's ex-husband.
Oh, are we going there? Are we going there?
I had to. And because I'm supremely messy, I wanted to reference the fact that we do know that Todd Tucker accused Porsha of having slept with Apollo before he went to jail. So this is a first-time offense for her with her little friends' men. So
yeah, somebody dropped that tea on my desk before Porsha posted her Mother's Day photos, and I was like, okay, girl, like this is a bit extreme. Yeah, right. Then the next day, Porsha went public, and I think it went over a lot of people's heads, so I'm just not going to touch it until I do a little bit more research.
So I agree, because it could be a whole stunt. I mean, right. Because Simon definitely feels like he wants to get in front of that camera. You know what I'm talking about? Like, he did a little video explanation as well. Fallon didn't, but he did. So, I mean, he's giving me that's a little Peter energy.
Yeah, and I really like Fallon. So for me, it's kind of like, I'm not going to participate in giving him like this platform where all he's doing is just being messy and trying to finesse, a chance in the spotlight.
Yeah. So if he really did get cheated on, like he claims, I could see this just feels so calculated, like trying to make, you know what I mean? Like really her You know what I mean?
But
Really.
it's like lowbrow for both parties, though. Like, I'm not gonna be
Yeah.
like, yes, Porsha, yes. And
Oh,
for
I'm gonna be
him, it's
seeing
like,
her all season.
yeah. So, I mean, I just
I mean,
thought,
I was already gonna slander her, but this is an
I just
excuse.
thought that I thought highly of Porsha. So I hope that it's not true. Higher of Porsha.
Well, I won't drag you down with me, but you know I didn't share that opinion. I think this is very on brand. Like I said, shout out to Todd Tucker telling us years ago that she was dealing with Apollo. So, I mean, this isn't a first time offense, Team
Well,
Porsha.
we gonna have to see. We gonna have to see.
And I hope she did it. I mean, I hope this is what happens because this is a horrible look.
well, thanks for calling. It's
Thank
shaking
you.
up the line.
All right, then.
All right.
Bye.
Yeah, if y'all are confused, I will talk about this whole. Well, basically, it's possible that Portia is now in relation, maybe even, dare I say it, engaged to Fallon's ex-husband, who she just announced splitting up with like less than 30 days ago, I think. So hopefully it's not true, but if it's true, I just don't know what to say. Sinitra says, you're right. Simon just wants to be seen. Thank you so much, Sinitra, for the $20 super chat. And yeah, I agree. And it's just so weird to me. Like, if we're gonna talk about a house husband, let it be because you cute. Let it be because you are spoiling your woman or something. But we don't want to talk about you because you're thirsty. Like, that's not the move. All right, let me take some more calls. Hello.
Oh, hey.
Hey, how are you?
I'm fine. Are you?
I'm doing pretty good. Did you watch the part 3 of the reunion?
I unfortunately did. I sat through the whole hour and I wondered, in the words of Michelle, what were they reuniting for?
Right. I don't know. Wait, hold on one second. So y'all that are in the chat, that's the reason why I didn't really want to talk about it. It is just a theory, but I mean, if you look at Portia's post, she did post, Dennis on one side, Simon on the other. She posted and since Porsha posted, I feel like she wants us to talk about it. So even if it's not true, that's the rumor going around, child. But anyways, so back to part 3.
Yeah, she was booed up on them. I was like, okay,
Right.
that's a choice for a
It,
position.
right. And I don't like to slander our girls, but if they want us to slander, yes, this is a safe space to chat.
I mean, I honestly thought the love triangle, love square, whatever the shape, I thought it was gonna be with Drew, Ralph, Latoya, and Adam, because the way that Drew and Adam, they were teaming up together on Latoya, I was like, is there a whole love triangle going on? Let us find out. Latoya was the girl Adam, Ralph was with in Tampa, and for revenge, Drew decided to team up with Adam to take her down.
Well, child, speaking of Adam, I probably would have been in the same boat over Adam.
I'm like, that was the most interesting thing this season when they both made videos fighting with each other on YouTube. That's the only thing I can sincerely be like, that was entertaining. He thought she trying to kill him, and, and she said he snatched her off the bed. I was just like, why is this not on the show? This would be so
Right. To
entertaining.
me, that would have been such a better storyline for Toyota Ali. Like, I mean, even if they were split up, separated, whatever, like just show us that. Like, we don't want to see you just being this pass around, shit starter, bone carrier. We'd rather see a little bit of, your actual life, and the stuff that's popping off with Adam. I feel like that was definitely binge worthy, even though we didn't really know them as a married couple on the show.
Exactly. And I feel like moving forward, this season showed us that with new people it can work. Because I feel like Drew and Latoya carried the whole season. I think the way they should expand, because I'm tired of hearing about this whole rape thing. I understand Kandi has a right to be upset that Porsha and Phaedra and Carlos King, they all said the rumor or whatever. But somebody got to go. 'Cause I'm tired of hearing about it. They said they're gonna make up, they make up, and then we still have to hear about it. So I'm just like, can we get a fresh start with new faces? Because and I said this last night in this group chat. I said my problem is with production because how do we get good new people, but they never stay around long enough because say the fans don't like them or because they didn't fit the group dynamic, the group storyline, then they don't get to come back. I said in the group chat, I said Drew Latoya, Shamari Eva, Giovanna, and Tammy McCall from season 8. They all should have been at that bachelorette party because Shamari would have had it on and popping. Giovanna would have recorded it on her phone, so it wouldn't have been a big mystery who did what. Tammy would have brought her nephew to fight Bolo. So but I think moving forward, I would like to see not technically diverse, but for new people, I would like to see deeper blackness in a way. Like we've seen Black Atlanta. Can we see? I don't want to say like, oh, we need white people on because we tried with Kim. We don't want somebody else to come on there and say racism didn't exist. We don't care. But I would like to see, say, like somebody Afro Latino. Fallon is Blasian, I believe, Black and Asian. Like, let's see more culture sides of Black. Like, let's get somebody from the Caribbean or somebody straight out of Africa, like they did with Wendy on Potomac. Like, how Black can you get? Like, that's what I want to see from Atlanta because Atlanta is such a Black area.
The thing
You get what I'm
about
saying?
understand what you're saying, but the thing is, Atlanta is such a place where like the rest of the world is kind of like looking to see what Atlanta is doing. So I feel like there's so many stories that from the like the black southern perspective that still needs to be told. So I actually wouldn't want them to really go there just yet because I just feel like people are still looking for what like for instance, I left Atlanta and I moved to California last October. Now I'm ready to go back to Atlanta because I didn't realize how important Atlanta was for like black culture. I think while I was in Atlanta, I just felt like, oh, okay, like nobody really cares about what Atlanta is doing outside of Atlanta. But I think I was wrong. Like I think there's a reason why so many people care so much about Atlanta housewives and Atlanta music artists, Love and Hip Hop Atlanta. I just feel like the stories and the perspective from people in Atlanta is so unique. And of course, there are Caribbean people. Of course, there's Blasian people and all these other things. But I think that there's these girls and possibly more Southern Black women have to say before we just kind of branch out. Like, you
Well,
get what
I
I'm
agree
saying?
with you on that. Yeah, I agree with you on that too, because I think Kandi in her prime and Shamari in her one season, I would like to see more personalities like them because I feel like they really reflect the area. And Nene in her prime, Phaedra in her prime, like that is what I feel like is Atlanta. And I think they should branch out away from this from the core group and let's see more of Atlanta because it doesn't feel like Atlanta. It just feels like Atlanta Housewives, but it just doesn't feel like it's set in Atlanta anymore the way that it used to be.
Yeah. Okay, so I can agree that they probably need to kind of reevaluate what story they're telling, and kind of go from there 100%.
Because you would see everybody turn out for like Cynthia and the eyeglasses. Kandi would have a concert downtown, and you would see like the opening acts and all of that stuff. Then that time, Nene interviewed Jermaine Dupri. Like it's like we want to see more of the black side of Atlanta. Like what happened to the black magic?
Right.
Like
Get back to
introduce
the
us to more side characters. Give us more Miss Lawrence, Derek J, all of them. Like they are integral to what you get in Atlanta when you go to Atlanta.
right. Well, thanks for calling in. I want to get through the next couple of calls. It's showing that we are full, but it's always nice talking to you.
Well, thank you.
All right, I'll see you in the chat.
See ya. Have a good night.
You too. Hello.
Hi, how are you, Justin?
Pretty good. I can hear your
I
TV
haven't
in the back.
talked to you for a while. Oh, sorry. I'm
Okay.
at work.
Oh.
Sorry, I'm at work.
Okay. No problem.
You know what I want to talk about, Justin? Kenya. It's not about, I feel so sorry for Kenya in terms of she's always have to apologize on the reunion for something she has said or done. And you have people say and do the same thing that don't apologize.
Right.
I feel so bad for her sometimes, even with the Mark situation. Mark is a Leo, so he have an ego. Because my son is a Leo. I used to date a man that is a Leo, and they have an ego. And shortly after, probably a week after, they will come back and apologize and behave as if they're the perfect person when they are not. So I'm kind of sorry for her in that way. If it makes sense to you.
Yeah. Yeah, I agree. I'm Aquarius as well, and I've dated Leo, and it was really hard because I always felt like it's their world and like we're kind of just in it. And like you said, there's not that much accountability. Like they can apologize and
They don't take accountability for anything, and worse if they look good. They have this ego like, oh, I look good and I can do this, and either you deal with it or not.
right.
That's their issue. And they have such a beautiful baby and everything. And I said, I think this man would get it right, get his hack right, but he's behaving like a 25-year-old boy.
Yeah.
I'm just so sorry for her sometimes. And I said, she so wanted a family because she did not have one when she was growing up. So she so wanted a family that she will put up with all this man bullshit.
Right.
Because she wanted a family so badly.
Right.
I'm just so sorry for her. Then Porsha, somehow Porsha can. Did I say that? I did not do that. And she's always drunk. If she know that Hennessy make her behave crazy, why does she drink it?
Right.
I don't know why she drink.
Yeah, I think Porsha, she's definitely gotten used to just being able
And then
to like
Andy's on Kenya, and Porsha, no accountability. I don't know why Porsha, since you said you're single, why don't say yes? This is what I do. I'm single. I can do whatever I want to do. It wasn't on camera, so I don't know why it's your business. And just it would be, that argument would finish if she just say that, and that argument would be finished. There would be no bolo.
right.
There would be no bolo. There would be nothing like that. There would be nothing like that. But Porsha just can't just said, this is how I feel about this. Just finish this argument. I don't want to talk about it anymore. Just finish it. We're all grown. But Porsha don't act grown.
And the lack
But
of
the fact that
accountability
she's
from
gonna
her
say
end.
Marlo is a felon and she's afraid of Marlo. When she dragged Kenya on stage, she run down a girl in the alley and beat her. It's just like so ridiculous.
Right.
I don't think she's really. I'm not gonna knock her about Black Lives Matter, but I think she's doing it for publicity.
Right.
I don't think it's something genuine. Yeah, when her grandfather used to do it, that was genuine. Whatever Porsha is doing is just for a storyline. I don't hate her. I like all the girls on the show. I don't see any girl that I don't like on the. I can't stand Drew. I can't stand because she's trying too hard. But I'm just sorry for Kenya, honestly. I'm just sorry for her.
Yeah.
She's a beautiful woman, and I see all she wants is really a family. She will do anything to just make Mark just settle down and be a family. But
Right.
Mark doesn't want that. Mark wants to make Kenya look ridiculous all the time on TV.
Yeah, hopefully, like either things will really change now, or she'll just keep him off the show altogether next season. But
I think she must just file for the divorce. Just do it, please.
right,
Just keep him off the show. I probably he will do better off the show than on the show now because no camera is on him that time, so he will act better. So if he want his family, just stay off the show with it. And I think everybody does stuff for a storyline.
right.
I
Well,
do think that.
all right. Well, thanks for calling. Your background noise is coming off louder probably than it sounds. So people
Oh,
are.
because I have a patient. She's in her room and she's hard of hearing, so she turned the TV up way up.
Oh, okay. Well,
Yeah.
thanks for calling. I'm happy to talk to you. It's been a while. But I'll see you in the
Okay.
chat. Okay.
Yeah, it's nice talking to you.
All right. Bye bye.
All right. Bye.
All right. So you guys are saying a lot about Aquarius and Leo. Comment right now. Let me know what are y'all signs. And some of y'all are saying like it's silly to date people based off signs. I'm not saying like it's law, but it's something that you should at least be aware of because it's not the end all be all, but it definitely helps you to kind of understand people and like their tendencies because sometimes people are not aware of their tendencies. So I definitely think signs are definitely a huge part of our personality trait. So, yep. Somebody said she turned the TV up because I was talking. Yeah, it was loud. I thought at first she was watching TV, but I understand. All right, let me take some more calls. Hello.
Okay. Oh my gosh. Hello.
Hi, how are you?
I'm really good. I watch your show all the time, basically. And I really like it. But basically, I just wanted to come on here and talk about the racism that goes on in Bravo. That's what really makes me upset. Because I hear people say, Nene should come back. And I'm like, do you guys really think that Nene is going to come back? Or do you really think she's going to, I don't know if everyone can see what's really going on. Like Bravo is making Black women look like fools. And it's really bad, in my opinion. It's very bad.
Yeah, I definitely think that there has to be a lot of changes. And to me, it has to be some sort of acknowledgement before it would make sense for me, even as a viewer, to see Nene back on Housewives. Because if she comes back just handling stuff behind the scenes, I'm just going to be looking at her with the side eye, to be honest. After her allegations.
I know. And everybody pretty much said what needed to be said about Porsha, about Kenya, about everything. So all I wanted to do was say that Bravo is definitely racist and it's not a good look. That's all.
That's all you got to say.
But yeah, thanks so much for having me on, and your show's great.
All right, thanks for calling. All right, bye-bye. Y'all heard it here first. Bravo got some stuff that they need to get together. They have been the R word, and they got to do right by our Black queens. Okay, I approve that message. Hello?
Hi, am I on?
Yes, how are you?
Hey, Justin, good. How are you?
I'm doing well. This isn't Eva from the show, is it?
No, it's not.
I'm just playing.
Maybe, but no. Well, I wanted to start with Porsha. From what I discussed in part 1 of your show, the first reunion is from her not learning anything from her experiences. Mm-hmm. And when I go on your Twitter, I see you post up with Fallon's still husband, not ex-husband yet.
Yeah, because even if the comments said they were just trolling, but even if they were trolling, it's as a woman who's been married before, I just wouldn't do it if I was her. It's not cute.
It's girl code. Don't pose with, even if it's not your friend, but it's your coworker. don't do that. I mean, it didn't look right. It didn't give off a good vibe. And like I say, obviously you're not learning anything from your past, even if you're trying to stake a claim and having a storyline for next season. It's still not a good look. You don't want us to talk about you yet. You're giving us a reason to call you, well, what I would call you is a home wrecker.
And what kind of
That's what you look
storyline is
like.
that, though? Like, what kind of storyline is that? Oh, girl, y'all remember Fallon from last season? She broke up with her husband, and I took him.
Yeah.
Like, is that your tagline, girl?
It ain't really a tagline, because what can you base off of that? Like, what you're gonna have to explain to us what happened, how it happened, and I mean, were you with him while he was with Fallon?
Yeah. People tell me a lot of stuff, like, especially since obviously I do this, so people are always telling me stuff, and I'm out here like dodging all types of tea all the time. But when that got dropped on my desk, I was like, okay, like,
yeah, it's no way to spin it. It's on Twitter. You posed up with your hand on the woman's husband's chest. Like, if it was my husband and we in the middle of divorce, and I might not want to be divorced, I'm still trying to work it out with him. I'm not liking that, and that's why she unfollowed her. But yeah, I mean, you got your back turned towards Dennis, and you turned towards this man like y'all booed up.
Yeah, because to be honest, my first, no matter which housewife it is, my first instinct is, how do I protect them, you know, if this stuff comes out? So I'm always looking for like, oh, well, I know this is coming out, guys, but then I was just like, okay, well, I'm going to be on the lookout for any type of stories that come out so that I could be like, oh no, Porsha wouldn't do that. But when Porsha herself posted that picture on Mother's Day, I was like, okay. Like,
what it made me think was what that made me think personally was that Phaedra taught you well, baby boo. She taught you very well, because you didn't have those type of skills before she came along. Now we gonna pose up with our co-worker, ex-husband, husband, like it's just nothing to you.
I mean, like, even outside of the show, like, you're a woman, I'm not. That's just not cool as regular people, right?
No, it's not.
So, I mean, I'm just making sure, because I was like, am I crazy, or is this not okay?
It's not looking good. I mean, like I say, you don't want us, your people, your fans don't want us to say nothing about you, and they want to say you don't owe it. Of course, she don't owe me nothing. Nothing. But it's just how you make it look on screen. Right. You owe yourself that. And plus, you're supposed to be part of BLM in caps. Right. So I feel like you hide behind it. Yeah. I feel like she hides behind that to have somebody protect her, because she doesn't have that. She don't have Phaedra, like Phaedra protected her and did what she did on the show for her. So now she's with Black Lives Matter to make it look like, well, I'm important because I'm a part of this because of my dad. Well, it shouldn't have nothing to do with your granddad or dad or whoever was a part of it. It should have something to do with, this is what you wanted to do for you and to help people. It shouldn't have nothing to do with whatever your family did or friends did. This is something you wanted to do. Mm-hmm. So it's not looking good, because really, me, if I'm a part of Black Lives Matter and I'm thinking about my people, I don't have time for Atlanta Housewives. I don't have time to put up a picture of me and somebody's husband. I don't have time for the bull. I mean, just warming up.
Right.
And that's just all it is to it.
Yeah, it's like, I can't protect you, sis. I can't protect you.
Dennis didn't even care. He just said, cheers to your, what did he say, to your journey or whatever he was saying. It had nothing to do with them. He was just like, cheers to you and whatever you got going on. It ain't nothing to do with me. The way he was posed up, like, I'm just doing me in this picture. I'm just here to support her because she my baby mama.
Right.
While we worried about Kenya's ex-husband that she was married to, we're about Porsha's somebody's baby mama at the end of the day.
Right. So I'm for people who are wondering, so I put it on screen right now. This is Porsha dancing with Fallon's husband, Fallon's husband.
Really?
She just filed for, or they just filed for a divorce or announced the split like literally less than 30 days ago. So to me,
this is like, what I'm talking about. You supposed to be BLM, but this what you do? This you?
Wait. Now she can do BLM and still do this. This ain't got nothing to do with her
But I
BLM.
mean, you could still do that, but still, this somebody's husband.
I mean, and like y'all know that y'all don't tune into Bingeworthy for messy stuff now. Like I normally clean stuff up, but with this story, I don't know what we're looking at here. What is this?
We looking at her dancing with somebody's husband.
How can I clean this up? For all the people in the comments talking about we're reaching, we not reaching because here's footage.
Yeah, we reaching and we plucked the apple and ate the 2 apples in the tree. Yeah, we found it. This is exclusive.
Somebody Lex talking about, yes, we do. We love the mess. I mean, I can't say that I don't dibble and dabble in the tea, but y'all know I don't be breaking like horrible stories and like I'm not.
And we're not even trying. She put it out there. Why did you even do this?
Yeah, like when the queen put it out, it's like, okay, well, I'm supposed to talk about it now because she wants us to talk about it. They still saying we reaching. Okay, well, if y'all don't want the tea,
I'm gonna reach all day.
I can't force it down y'all mouths.
Reach all day. Tell your girl to calm down. Because she looking real bad in the streets right now. Sorry, not sorry.
I mean, I just thought higher of Porsha, and I guess I still can think higher of her, but I just need an explanation. So maybe we'll get an explanation soon.
She's not going to say nothing because she want us to think what we want to think while you still look bad. It doesn't matter like, oh, let's take this picture, give them something to talk about, but you look bad. You look bad.
Right.
And I was just screaming at the screen last night because when they was talking to Kenya, Drew kept jumping in and all I kept saying was, "Girl, shut up. What are you talking? What's your plot line?"
Right. Drew was doing the most. Like I was so irritated. Why are you guys talking about Tina? She's not here to defend herself. Girl, shut up. You ain't supposed to be here. Like, why are you even mic'd? Mute her mic.
She had nothing for me. All I kept, she irked me. That's all I can say about Drew. She completely irked me.
Oh Lord, somebody's talking about lame video. They not even dirty dancing. Dancing with somebody is not a crime. Dancing with somebody's husband is a crime.
If it was Kenya, oh my God.
Right. If it was Kenya, everybody would have this video plastered. They would be reposting it, calling her all types of Jezebels.
Wrecker. Right. She haven't learned nothing. Kenya more whore.
And so to be clear,
what we going to say about that? What we going to say about Porsha?
Right. To be clear, I like Porsha. That's the reason why I'm a little bit surprised by this, but even if it's for a storyline, this ain't the storyline I want for her. I want Porsha bought a jet. Porsha, bought the biggest building downtown to feed the homeless or something. I want some Black excellence. I don't want going after somebody's husband. But it is what it is.
Yeah, if she like it, her fans love it. So good luck with that.
Well, thanks for calling in, Eve.
All right, you're welcome. Bye.
I'll see you in the chat. Bye-bye.
Mm-hmm.
Whoo. Breaking tea, piping hot, breaking news. Y'all heard it here first.
OT.
Hello.
Hello.
Hi, how are you?
Oh, hi. Oh my God. I'm good. How are you?
I'm good. Are you a rapper? This is a really cute stage name, Saucepan.
No, I'm not a rapper. I like to cook, so not creative. I was just backstage, just like blood boiling. I get that people don't like Porsha right now. I get it. But that video, come on. She could have been at like a family function and could have been dancing with her uncle. That doesn't even look like anything. Come on. At least if she was grinding on him, because she got a big bum. If it was something like that, then fair enough. Fallon don't even want her husband. She there sleeping with everybody else, around.
So that means her husband's for everybody because they got some problems going?
I mean, he admitted she cheated, and he also admitted he cheated. So I think we should just just let them just disappear, and like let's stop giving these people attention because they're just gross, and like
Okay,
the whole like
I
black
agree with your.
empowerment is just not looking good. Like Bravo's just adding all these sort of people that just where they get these people from. Like some other callers said, like, come on, we want to see some rich women with something going on other than who they slept with and how their baby dads is just no good. Like, come on, Kenya. I'm sorry, but I've got to speak on Porsha's behalf.
Saucepan. I got
Yes,
to add some context. I got to add some context because you made a good point. Yes, she was just dancing in that last video, and it could have been, she can dance with anybody. But the same day Porsha posted this caption or this thing, which is now on everybody's screen, she posted on social media with this man, and she's holding on to him. Her back is to her baby daddy, and she says, happy Mother's Day. Dennis commented, congrats, P. Cheers on your next chapter. So is this her next chapter?
I mean, who knows? There's all three of them in the picture. It's not like it's just them two.
But Dennis is there like a third wheel. He's there like a friend.
Well, that's where he wants to be. He don't want Porsha because he's being with other women. This looks. I'm not from Atlanta. Obviously, you can tell. But no offense to you guys, but it just looks like everybody just takes a little bit of this man, then swaps some spit and some sperm with this man. Like it looks like that's what they do. It's like some big sex cult in Atlanta. I don't know.
That is not how Atlanta works.
Sorry if I offend you. Blame Bravo.
I can see how you could think that, but that is not the way it works.
But I haven't seen those pictures, so to be fair, it looks suspect, but I don't know. I don't know. I really don't know. I just want to bitch about Kenya.
Okay.
I don't know. I just feel like, you guys don't zoom in on his knees.
I'm zooming on this next chapter.
Oh my god. No, I really don't know about Porsha for this one. But maybe she's a touchy-feely girl. She was trying to kiss all the women, when Bolo was around. Like, come on.
Child. I don't know. I just want, all I want is answers. I'm not really judging Porsha just yet. I guess I'm judging a little bit only because of how it looks. Somebody said
I feel like you're a Kenya fan. That's why we're going in on Porsha.
That's not true. That's not true.
Come on. How many times is this girl gonna get dragged about like everything? Like Marlo sat there dragging her teeth. I'm like, come on, Marlo. If like every time you come on the show, you're like begging it just so you can like get new surgery, get a new bag, get a new something. Like, leave her alone.
You dragging me.
Oh, sorry. Do you know what it is? Because I've listened to a few YouTubers today and I'm like, wow, everybody loves Kenya. Meanwhile, she's sitting there with a phantom husband on a show. Like, how can you drag a man from here to here who you claim you're in love with, who's your child's father? Yeah. He ain't even on the show. He was fine without you being on the show. But no, she wants some attention because she's psycho. She's psycho. And as for Kandi, sorry, I'm on a rant. But as for Kandi, I feel like she puppeteered the whole season. She was like, dropping little things here and there. Kenya was definitely Kandi's mouthpiece. I don't care what no one says. Definitely. Even Marlo, come on, they all grouped together and was like, yeah, let's get Porsha. You say this, you say that. When Kenya was there, she was like, yeah, Marlo, yeah, we're this. Oh, sorry. Oh, just got on my nerves. But I don't know about Porsha and this guy. We just gotta wait and see. You know how they like to tease us with some mess. I hope to God that it's not true because it's just disgusting. I don't like that either. But yeah.
Right. Okay, well, you stated your case. You made good points.
Thank you very much. I didn't even think he was gonna pick me. And someone sorry, just being cheeky. Someone called Brandon B. Yes, I am from Liverpool in the UK. Thank you very much. Bye.
Thanks for calling. I'll see you in the chat.
Bye.
Bingeworthy, y'all. Binge watchers, we're international. We got binge watchers all over the globe. Shout out to Liverpool. Hello.
Hello, hi.
Hi, how are you?
I'm good. I just want to talk about um Portia being scared of Marlo. I just found that so bizarre because like in the normal workforce, the first time you put your hands on somebody, you would have been gone. So it just goes to show that the network really does favor Portia because not once, not twice, but three times. And then you're gonna be on the stage. Oh, I'm so scared, Andy. I'm scared of Marlo. I'm like, what the hell am I watching right now? So yeah, the reunion was just a hot mess. I'm like, oh my god, and the whole like Portia didn't even have a solid reason on why her and Kenya's relationship, why she ended the relationship with her and Kenya. It just didn't make any sense. You're like, oh, I seen the way how she treated Marlo at her event, but you're on the floor rolling and laughing. Like it made no sense. I'm like, I just wish people would just call Portia out on her BS and just be fair. Be fair about the whole situation. It was just so bizarre.
Yeah, I missed the part where Portia said like she was scared of Marlo. But I Portia, she has this formula for the reunions, and it's just like unless Andy or the girls call her out, she's gonna keep doing it every time. She just kind of plays stupid the whole reunion and avoids stuff.
Exactly. And the whole like I didn't even like that Andy kept giving Drew the opportunity to pray. She prayed twice. I'm like, why do we need to keep praying? Like this is so it was just bizarre. You didn't miss anything because it's like what the hell? What am I really watching? Like seriously. But I am a Leo and my husband is an Aquarius, so it can work. And we've been together for like 20 years.
Give us the secret, because I kept meeting Leos and it just would never work because Leos are so attractive. That confidence is so attractive, but it's just like, can I be special to you? Dang.
I can be very. I'm not gonna say bossy. I do like things my way, and I don't know if my spouse just tolerates it. I do have a hard time sometimes like showing my love. I show my love with like buying things. Mm-hmm. Like, so I don't know if like that, I'm just saying how my relationship works. It's been 20 years. It can work. We do have healthy dialogues where we speak a lot because that was a problem in the past, but we do have healthy dialogues where, because I noticed that Aquarius, when they're really in love with somebody, they tend to shelter themselves and not really say how they feel. I don't know if it's like they're afraid that we're too rah-rah. Like, you know what I'm saying? So it's like, oh my God, I'm not going to say anything because I don't want this person to jump on me. But I just feel like healthy dialogue, that's what her and Mark need. I think they could work because 20 years, like, I'm proving.
Yeah. Well, I'll send the feedback to Kenya.
All right, have a good night.
Thanks for calling. You have a good night. Bye-bye. If y'all are still enjoying this stream, definitely let me know by liking this video. I'm scared to look to see how many likes we get because I see we got 433 people in here. If I look and I see we have less than 200, I'm gonna cry. So let me look. What? How many likes do we have? Let me refresh because it's telling me we only got 42 likes, and that can't be right. Let me refresh. Okay, I see 213. Okay, can we get to at least 250 likes? And I'm gonna take the next couple of calls. I almost had a heart attack. 42 likes. Yes, like this video. Thank you, Tangled. Let me see what y'all saying in the comments. Afia is saying, who is really friends with Kenya? She can't even get a babysitter. I think Kenya has a lot of friends. Love you guys too. Yes. Please hit the like button. Hello.
Hi, Justin.
Hi. You had something to say. You demanded that like that link.
Yes.
What do you have to add to the conversation?
Oh my God, Justin, I am so over Drew. Can we be free from this girl? Oh my gosh. It is so bad, Justin. Oh my gosh. Like, the Native American community was able to come out and demand an apology. Can the Christian community demand an apology from Drew? And like, can we ban her from calling the Lord's name all the time like this and all these messy things? It is so bad. I feel like she is disgracing the Christian community.
Right.
Really and truly, like we need to put a ban on this girl. She needs to be banned from saying this. She's embarrassing us. She's degrading the community altogether. The things that she would link God with is so ridiculous. She needs to stop.
So you're saying we need to start a petition to ban
Yeah.
Drew Sidora from bringing up Christianity on the show.
Yes, yes. In fact, we can have two petitions because if that doesn't work, can we just have a petition to get her off the show? Like, there's never been a worse match for this show. Like Shamari, Claudia, everybody else I could have, even Eva. And when Eva first came on, she was really annoying, but not Drew. We can deal with anybody else, just not Drew. Not Drew at all. Oh,
Right.
I'm over her.
Right. Did she get that much camera time in part 3 though?
Actually, nobody was trying to talk to Drew, but Drew just kept butting in. I'm like, girl, stay out of it. Like, we don't want to hear from you. Like, why can't she not understand it? We don't care how you feel about this situation. It does not concern you. But she just
Right.
kept butting in and whatever, and wasn't really adding anything, just making the scenes cringy and like really annoying. Everything the Lord put this information in my hand. It never happened, dear. That was you. That was all on you.
Right.
I'm so over her. But secondly, I definitely caught that post with Porsha and Fallon's husband, and I was
What was your
shocked.
first thoughts?
I was shocked. I catch it. I think 30 minutes after she posted, I saw it and I started checking all the blog pages to see who's gonna talk about this because it was so bad. Like immediately, like I just laid eyes on it. And I'm like, this is messy. This is messy.
Yeah.
And I don't know if I want to think that Portia and this guy have something going on, but he seems to really have a problem with his ex-wife. And Portia's always that girl that tried to control people's friendship. And I think Fallon saying that she was more closer to Kenya and Kandi may have upset her in the way that she would come together with him to like embarrass Portia. I really feel that way. To embarrass Fallon, like act like
Mhm.
they're together and have all this touchy feelingness going on. So the blogs will pick it up and
But
like embarrass.
why does Portia need to extend her RHOA platform to allow somebody who wasn't on but maybe one episode to be shamed? That's so weird. I could see if it was even like a friend of the show, but Fallon wasn't even technically a friend of the show.
Yes, but you see, a lot of persons are calling for Fallon to be in season 14, and I feel
Mm-hmm.
like Portia is preparing for that. I feel
Mm-hmm.
like she's prepping for that. And so her thing was to just put this out there to get the blogs talking so that Fallon can feel a way about it. That was my initial thought when I saw the picture. I didn't think that they had a relationship or anything. And the only reason why I think that is because I don't think that that Dennis would co-sign that or be okay with that.
And to actually standing on the picture, I don't think that he would have done that at all.
Well, somebody
So I think,
added this to the conversation. They said Simon helped Portia with her manuscript for her book. That's how she and Fallon became friends. Portia just finished it and she was celebrating that. This is a repost from Facebook. Well, Portia knows the way this thing works, and by now, uh, she knows what she knows the conversations. And somebody said that Portia confirmed on Dish that she has a new love in her life today. So
oh,
it's just
you
like
see, it's all strategic.
right. So
He
it's like
wants us to think this.
I don't want to believe it. So hopefully it's all just some social media petty mess because I really do think higher of Portia.
That's you alone. You're alone on that one. I
Y'all don't
don't
think
think
higher
that
of her?
that was the case, but I don't think that she would do it because, of any morals or anything like that, but more because people are gonna talk about it. That's the only reason that she wouldn't try to hook up with Simon. That's the only reason I feel, but not because like some morals or something keeping her back. That's not
Dang. Okay. Then.
it.
All right. Well, is there anything else you want to add before I let you go?
I just want to bring up the fact that I was listening to live a long time. So I noticed persons were talking about the fact that it was okay for Portia to take these pictures with Fallon's husband in that manner and to be dancing, nothing was wrong. But she was the moral compass, letting Kenya know it each time that she was wrong in the way that she was trying to talk to Phaedra's husband when she wasn't there, and her throwing him in the pool was so wrong. Oh my gosh. But
Mm-hmm.
it's okay for you to be rubbing on somebody else's husband's chest, and you look at those pictures and you don't think, oh, this doesn't look right. She did that on purpose. That's all.
Well,
That's
I mean, all press ain't good. Hopefully, she clears that up soon.
There's nothing to clear up. The deed is done. She did what she wanted to do. She wanted to get on her Fallon's skin, and she did. Because
Because
Fallon friended her, unfollowed her. So yeah, she
y'all
did
don't
what
even,
she did what she planned to do.
and trust me, y'all don't know half the story. There's a lot more that is probably gonna come out about this, but I'm just sharing what's public. So yeah,
Well, we'll
just
be
keep
waiting, Justin, and we'll be
keep.
waiting on the funny commentary.
Okay, well, thanks for calling.
Bye. Enjoy your
Bye bye.
evening.
You too. Bye bye. Okay, y'all. Tonight has been a really fun night. I'm gonna take our last call, and it's gonna be a wrap. Hello, Amy. How are you?
Hey. I was like, oh no, I hope it's me. Justin. I love Bingeworthy. I catch you and I just like, oh my God, I just love your whole energy. I had to say that first. And
Oh, thank
now,
you so much.
oh God, I used to be like, okay, Kenya and Porsha to me were like sisters that I just wanted to keep like neutral with each other so they wouldn't fight because I like
Mm-hmm.
both of them. But
Mm-hmm.
Porsha, I'm so disappointed in her. She has really been like turning into the worst type of woman that we could possibly know. Like, okay,
Really?
I know that people are saying it was her business to get down at the stripper jade thing, but it was still nasty. You slept with a stripper, gross. Um, and I know people saying girl code, but that's one thing. But then, like, now you're doing this. It's like since she's gotten with Dennis or just started to like gravitate towards a certain crowd, she's gotten like just real trashy.
Oh,
And
yeah,
I know
yeah.
people,
Y'all
and
didn't
people,
hear that from me. I ain't the one who said.
no, I'm just saying she's gotten real trashy. Whereas before she was so much more aware of her behavior. I mean, I know people didn't like when she was like super naive, Porsha, but Cordell. But there was some elements in that Porsha that I respected. This
Mm-hmm.
Porsha is just really just trashy and just don't think. And she's just, I mean, I used to believe when that whole situation happened with her and Phaedra that Phaedra manipulated her. Now I'm starting to wonder if this is just something she does when she just want to hide who she really is in the public. Because she's just coming off real just trashy right now. And
Who
she
was
needs
that
to
said, Porsha, you ain't that damn dumb? Was it Nene or Cynthia?
I believe it was. Well, Nene first started having conflicts with her because she tries to pretend like she doesn't know when she's doing something just nefarious. She does a lot
Right.
of trashy stuff or just wrong things,
Oh,
and she falls back on like, oh, I don't. Well, I didn't. I mean, I was. It's just very fake, and now I'm just like, maybe she is trashy, and maybe how King is reading her is all the way true. I just thought they were just bickering sisters, but now I'm just like,
mhm.
I get why you don't like her now. But I really want. I love. I mean, this is temporary. I mean, I move motions all day. I really want her to come back to her senses. Maybe you need to change the crowd you with. Maybe you need to start thinking being around Black Lives Matter may not be the first thing you need to focus on. Focus on yourself and your daughter, and stop running on the next penis and doing trashy
Oh,
stuff to people. I'm just
oh.
saying.
Yeah, for me, like I was happy to see what Portia was doing with BLM, and I was happy to see her kind of evolve. And I'm one of those people who, when I first saw it, for a second, maybe for like half of a second, I was like, "Girl, what the hell?" But then I was like, you know what? Like, even if she's not going to be the best at it, I respect her for trying to be this girl. So in my world, I kind of created a space for her to like evolve into this person. But it was really confusing seeing this whole Bolo stuff. And then now this stuff with Fallon's husband is like, okay, who are you and in what direction are you headed? Because
Yes,
I'm
because
trying
I'm
to figure
like,
it out.
I feel like we can still pull her back. Like maybe you just acted. Well, she's in her 40s, but maybe you're still acting crazy because you think it's cute. But wake up, like you just look crazy right now. This girl just her husband and her just announced their divorce like a week or two ago. What are you
Right.
doing? You
I
look
mean, it hasn't
crazy.
even been 30 days. And I,
Yes, like you can't do that, and you know better because you were like all the way. You knew when King rolled up on the scene how wrong that was. So it's just you're just reading just real trashy right now, and I don't think you want to be that. At least I'm hoping so.
I will say Portia is the queen of like getting us riled up on social media only to never get closure. So she may just be getting us riled up and it's gonna go away and be unaddressed.
But I don't like this. Why go this level? Why
Yeah.
go this left when you can go right?
Yeah,
There's
because
other
it's
things
not
you can
cute.
do.
Like I could see if it was cute, but it's not cute. So
Yeah.
troll with something that's cute for you, at least.
That's all I'm yes, because I'm like, this makes you look bad. And I'm like, somebody said, but I'm not I'm team twirl. Don't get it twisted. But I didn't have an issue with 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 the girls with Porsha like this. Portia's making me like really not feel bad when people attack her. It's just like, what are you doing? Oh, I'm done.
Right. And Sherry, she says I need to stop saying that it's been 30 days. Well, I mean, I'm not really following, their divorce paperwork, but what I do know is the reunion was filmed, I believe, in March. And it wasn't until after reunion taping that Fallon came out and said that, they split. So I don't know exactly when they split, but it wasn't 6 months ago. It's not enough for anything to be finalized. And it's certainly not enough time for anybody to be emotionally healed from it. So
Yes, and then for me, like I know that business stuff, it still doesn't make sense. Why would you want that on your brand that you could possibly be a home wrecker when we just found out you slept with a stripper? It just doesn't make sense, Porsha, to
right.
even play in these streets the way you playing in these streets. Stick to a better brand label. You were doing Black Lives Matter. I like that. But I'm wondering if you're just going down the left course just to stay relevant. You don't have to do that. What's next? We're gonna see a sex tape? Girl, stop.
Oh,
Like you going down the wrong book playbook. This is not gonna make you look better or people like you more. You just look stupid.
right.
I'm just saying.
Well,
That's all I had.
Thanks for calling, Amy.
That's all I had to share. I'm sorry. Thank you, Justin, for taking my call. Have a nice night.
No problem. I'll see you in the chat.
Okay.
Well, thank you guys for like coming in today. We talked about a lot and we got through this live without me watching the full part 3 of the reunion, and I'm so grateful because I ain't want to have to sit through that. I tried, I fell asleep, you know, and it wasn't giving what it was supposed to get. But I'm glad that you guys didn't make it awkward, and we kind of are in the same boat here. We only watch until it's boring. So before I go, I want to thank everybody who called in super chat tonight. Let me read through these super chats. Let me see. So Benevolence said, "Black women love the Jewish elite." Not sure what she meant by that, but thank you for that super chat. John Blue said, "Love you, Justin. You continue to do a great job." Thank you. Sinitra came in with her $20 super chat. She said, "Simon was definitely trying to be seen." Afia, thank you so much for all your super chats. She said that she didn't get the notification, so we're going to have to email YouTube. And she also says that it doesn't make sense why y'all think that this rumor is true. It's because, like, all we doing is going by the receipts, girl. Thank you, Val M, for calling in, and thank you for your $5 super chat. Thank you, Trey ATL 2006. He says Porsha confirmed it on Dish tonight. She said she is newly in love when Gary asked her. Yeah, I'll have to check out Dish Nation because I don't watch that show, but I'll check it out when it's relevant. Devin Craddock said, "Most boring reunion to date." I don't know if, well, maybe it is. Lanae sent in a $5 super chat saying, "Their lives are their storylines. Good, bad, or boring. Y'all lying," or something. I'm not sure. And then Eve, thank you for calling in, Eve. And thank you for this $5 super chat. She said, "It is girl code, but respect overall. Like I said, Phaedra taught her well." Yeah. Thank you guys for calling in tonight. I think that this reunion, part 3 of this reunion, I feel like was a 4 out of 10 because it was just completely unnecessary. And I felt like, you know, they drug it out, and this could have really been wrapped up in 1 or 2 reunions. And that's that on that. Thank you guys so much for coming in tonight. I appreciate it. If you enjoyed this video, be sure to like it before you head out, and I will see you guys on the next video.
Well. Next question.
Thanks so much for tuning into this binge-worthy discussion. I want to shout out everyone who called in tonight and everyone who joined in on this conversation in their own way. I really feel so good about our discussion, and I cannot wait to do it again sometime really, really soon. And I definitely want to give a very special thank you to everyone who sent super stickers or super chats tonight. And shout out to all of y'all who became members so that y'all could use some of these emojis, you know, and be official. All right, thank you guys again for watching this video. I will see you on the next one.